What is integration testing? The logic is very simple, right? Two things you build two small systems, microservices, two applications, or two different locations these servers are running, whatever two pieces of software you created, and how these two pieces of software is connecting with each other, communicating with each other. Is it item A and item B accessing and producing the same level of input? I'm sending some data from A to B, and then I'm expecting from A, B should return this, and B also expecting some level of value from A and process it and send back something B. So when you are talking about the previous call in the unit test is pretty much we testing the item A and item B separately by mocking everything else. Integration, you are not mocking, but you are connecting both of them and you check whether it communication works better. Imagine that's a chat application. Person A from this country and person B from some other country need to chat with each other, right? So when you are initially building, you create both of them in your local simulators and then try to communicate with these two persons. But the integration test is actually having this one person from country A and then the another person from country B connecting with each other perfectly. The difference, the two systems have different configurations. If I'm calling from US to like Canada, I'm calling US to Canada, and the chat app is communicating between US servers and Canada servers. US person might have a different network, but he might be in a different mobile carrier, and the Canada person will be in the different mobile carrier. These environmental parameters decide how the system works. Underlying code is same, it's just a chat app gets that information from that area and process it, but how these different environments changes these systems A and B, how it communicate with each other. So that's what integration testing means, right? And if you look at online, yeah, you see as shown in the graph, you might be seeing incremental and non-incremental. What's all this? So incremental is, it's not always two systems only in a system, right? So when you are talking about a software, again going back to the Amazon example, in that software Amazon is not like two systems talking with each other. It's like 5 or 6, maybe 20 microservices talking with each other, connected with the mobile app and an application. So on the bottom level there is something for storing the user information, there is a microservice. For storing the payment information, there is a microservice. For rating for this product, in a different microservice. So all these microservices, or think it in a pyramid from top to bottom, there are like the top, there will be like two applications, one mobile and one web application. On the bottom, they both connected to a API, and then that API have different endpoints, each endpoint connecting with different microservices. So you have like small pieces in this. So when you are talking about top down, you are going from top to, the mobile app to the gateway, and then the web application to the gateway, and the gateway to the endpoint to the next microservice to database to server. So that is how you go from topmost application the consumer uses to the bottom, that where this database is connected with which microservice. The bottom up is the complete reverse of this application, goes from bottom most, take one small piece of information, how it connected with database, then how this endpoint connects with the top one, and then up and everywhere. A non-incremental is pretty much a big bang approach, as they call it. The idea is to check all these communications on an end-to-end level. If you are doing on the top and then verify at the bottom most, you are doing some level of end-to-end testing without validating all this. But when there is a bug, when there is an issue, what happens with modern software, we always wanted to know which microservices cause this problem. That's where comes into big bang approach of these two things will be, you will testing different areas in different locations to figure out which two system connection is causing the problem. So that's pretty much it for integration testing, how it works, and what is incremental and non-incremental. The idea, incremental is going from but one direction. Big bang, it's not there is a direction, but you are just randomly picking 2 or 3 systems connected with each other. It doesn't have to be one way or two-way communication. It can be a triangle of communication. It can be a square of 4 microservices talking with each other to figure out the information you need to provide. So how you are collecting these different systems and you are communicating, you are checking the communication between these different systems is what is called integration testing.